them and take care of them. I beg the Most High every day to raise up warriors. I pray every day that the Lord take the killers off the street and bring them to me so that I can bring them before Yahushua and they can serve him. I want them for a reason. I want them so they can clean up the ghetto. So they can fix families. So they can raise children. So they can protect the city. So they can tear down the oppression. So they can turn to the Lord and raise the kingdom of heaven before man on this earth. Is that why you are here? Are you sure?
Hey, I'm Officer Priest, 5,000, the bar mob, ISUPK. I'm the Commander General Yohana. You already know what time it is, baby. Hebrew Academy time. And I've seen a lot of brothers standing up, saying they ready to go to Hebrew Academy. But this right here, you can lose a leg. You can lose a leg, lose a lung, you can lose a finger. I mean, it is what it is. So you stand for it, Lord be with you.
This isn't, the U.S. Army. This isn't the Boy Scouts. This isn't, baseball team. We're not going to accept everybody else.
Proud Boys.
The Proud Boys. You can't be up in here and be a coward, man.
When you get out there and it seems as though it's a real test of will, the actual reality is truly to see if you will abandon your brother. Hebrew Academy is a process to weed out those who have it in them to be traitors and cowards. Right. You understand? And so when you go through this process, when that monkey get on your back and tell you you're too tired to keep going, your legs hurt too much to keep going, you got to snap back to it and have some snap and say to yourself, you know what? This is a place I'm going to come learn how to physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually fight, and I'm going to push through. Because it ain't just about me, it's about we.
But if you choose to be part of the Hebrew Academy,
I chose to be part of the Hebrew Academy, man, because I wanted to be trained up to be a soldier, man. I wanted to fight for Yahushua and his people, man. I wanted to raise my people from the dead, man. I knew this was the only place to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then when I found out that the Hebrew Academy was an elite group of soldiers, man, who laid down their life for their brothers and their sisters, man, I said I had to.
now what makes you think that you are so worthy to stand among the ranks of men who have bled for decades to uphold this truth and wear the cover?
Mate, sir.
Come on.
I gotta move myself. I gotta stand strong, sir. Gotta get the opportunity to. And I have no choice if I may, sir. The other choice is going back in the world and dying like everybody else. I ain't got nothing to go back to.
I want to be part of an army, a big brotherhood, a loyal brotherhood, and rolling into the Hebrew Academy can make me a better man. That's what I gotta do.
So you're saying the Hebrew Academy is the right thing for you at this juncture in your life?
Come on, sir. As a young man as well, yeah, come on, sir.
Most High Christ. So you think that you really have the balls to go through with this Hebrew Academy?
Come on, sir. Big ones, too.
Yeah, listen, this is suffering. You know that, right?
Come on, sir.
You're going to have to suffer. With your brothers.
Come on, sir.
Are you willing to endure to the end?
Come on, come.
You sure?
Come on, come.
And Most High Christ. Now, what makes you think that you deserve a seat next to men who have sweat for decades to build this truth?
What makes you think that?
Yeah. What makes you think that you should be part of it?
Because I feel like I've been called by the Lord. As much as I give it to you like that.
That's it?
Come on, sir.
Most High Christ, brother. I appreciate you, brother.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one.
ISUPK presents Hebrew Academy Class of 2022. To enroll,
Contact the camp leader in your city or a city near you. Visit www.isupk.com. Shalom.
Let's go to war and die defending this nation if we gotta. Ain't no stopping us now. The chosen people of the power, standing strong like a man. Cause in our camp it ain't no cowards. 144 grand. Nigga is death before the sign. Rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours.
I don't know if y'all know this, but Gobble War was in the truth before I was. I was sitting at the Haitian restaurant, and him and another officer who's no longer here walked in, and I was thinking about joining the Purple Pigs. And they said to me, "What is wrong with you? Boy, I need to stop it." Nah. So I ended up in the truth. Huh? Is that how it happened?
Yeah, like I told you, I was at the Haitian restaurant, and I was supposed to be going to one of the classes the next day, and I met you, Officer Ricard, and the other brother that's no longer here. I told you I was going to head their class the next day or something like that.
Look at your name and say, "But God." No, so if y'all ain't noticed, I was telling the story backwards. It was me and another brother, and we met him in the restaurant, and he was watching videos and thinking about joining us for IUIC. So what are we talking about? 7 years later? Come on. 7 years later, brother has been here. What's it gonna be like the fifth, sixth Passover? 6 Passovers later, still holding it down. Brother, here ain't here no more. Definitely a staple in Florida. I had brothers literally calling me like, "Hey, I done seen God War and talk to him at every Passover. Never see the brother get raised up. I ain't see his commanding general Johanna has done it again." You know what I'm saying? Brother got raised up to an officer. We put in that work, and his camp leader saw fit to raise him up to a 500. So that's what we're gonna do now. Raise up the brother to 500. We're gonna say this prayer, and when we get to the end, you're gonna say your name 3 times. All right. These 2 repeat after me. Y'all don't have to do nothing. All right. Yeah, we can go ahead. Want to do it? You want to do it? Go ahead.
At the end of that capture water.
All right, y'all ready? All right, read that read. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Waya Shamaraka.
Waya Shamaraka.
All Yahweh.
All Yahweh.
Panyewa.
Panyewa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Waya Kanka.
Waya Kanka.
Yashah.
Yahweh. Yahweh.
Panyewa.
Panyewa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Waya Shamlaka.
Waya Shamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Yahshai.
Barak.
Rapah.
Magan.
Agan.
Agan. Got a war. 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 Got a war.
Hashem Yahshai.
Hashem Yahshai.
What we said in English was, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face to shine upon thee, be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless, heal, shield, protect, Yahweh war. In the name of Yahweh Shah, the water. Amen.
Partagez-la avec Haïtien, OK? On va aller.
Broadly speaking, the story of Horus is as follows. Horus was born on December 25th of the Virgin Isis Mary. His birth was accompanied by a star in the east, and upon his birth, he was adored by 3 kings.
Là, elle a parlé de Dieu égyptien Osiris. Attendez, on dit Horus, haïtien dit Osiris. Ok, il dit que Osiris t'es fait 25 décembre, ok? Il était fait à partir de un vierge, Marie, ok? Et puis il était accompagné par 11 étoiles, ok, dans l'est, et puis 3 rois t'es adoré. On continue, attendez.
12, he was a prodigal child teacher. At the age of 30,
ok, à l'âge de 12 ans, il était un enseignant.
Baptized by a figure known as
À 30 ans, il était baptisé
Anup, and thus began his ministry.
by Anup.
Horace
Et puis il
had
commençait ministère à 30 ans.
disciples he traveled about with, performing miracles.
Il était 12 disciples que il était qu'on a voyagé avec eux et puis performer miracle.
Healing the sick and walking on water.
Et puis guérir monde qui malade, ça yo.
The truth, the light.
Yo te connaît lui sous le nom de vérité lumière, OK? Petit choisi bon Dieu, ou bien petit préféré bon Dieu.
The good shepherd, the lamb of God, and many others.
OK, mouton bon Dieu, vous comprenez? Le bon berger, tout ça ça. Ça que nous va connaître, c'est que ouais, ça que je là, son film qui sorti en 2007-2008. Documentaire ça il toujours sur YouTube nous ka wè li les Zeitgeist. Sou parle anglais, m'ta conseillé ou regarder. Pour qui ça? Gen un pile haïtien journée jodi qui a répété information ça yo. Information ça yo, c'est caca. Et haïtien ça yo a fait manger information ça yo pour chocolat. 2007-2008, ça veut dire qui ça? N'a parlé de 18 ans de ça. 18 ans. Pas me poser nous en question. Qui ça nous t'a fait en 2007? Nous-mêmes qui fait a introduit ensemble avec Osiris. Qui ça t'a fait en 2007? Ça pas connaître c'est que c'est pour une révolution qu'a fait non? Dans ti communauté ça, ti communauté qui vivent dans illusion ça, ti communauté qui parle de chakra, qui parle de pineal gland, qui parle de Anunnaki, qui parle de Osiris, qui parle de c'est caca y a faut manger pour chocolat. Et parce que ou fait pas temps sous information ça, qui là depuis longtemps parce que propagande machine ça blanc maintenant yo mettez le dehors depuis longtemps. Depuis longtemps propagande machine ça dehors. Pour qui ça? Pour dévier nous de la Bible. OK? C'est pour raison ça propagande machine ça là. Et blanc mettons paquet caca dehors et en pile noir américain te ramasser caca ça yo, manger caca et puis vinn répéter by moun boyissien. So c'est pas un bagage qui nouveau du tout. C'est juste que à cause de internet là, kounya là nous vinn gen accès ensemble avec lui. Juste parce qu'on vient gagner accès ensemble avec des propagandes, ça pas veut dire que ou non révolution, non, ou non dévolution, ou non illusion, et ou juste pas connaît. Information ça yo, c'est caca que yo. Information k'ap di la Bible copiée sous Égypte, c'est caca que yo. Information Anunnaki, information pineal gland, ou comprendre, et ça va le dire. Parce que information ça yo là pour yo rentrer dans ça qui est new age, nouvelle âge religion. Côté que tout bon vrai c'est ou même qui vinn bon Dieu. Vous comprenez? C'est ou même qui Dieu kounya là. Ou pas croire dans bon Dieu, ou pas croire dans Jésus. Kounya là c'est ou qui Dieu a. C'est ou même qui pral ouvert troisième œil ou comment va ouvert troisième œil ou pral vinn café miracle ou pral dans l'autre dimension. Moun ya faut manger caca pour chocolat. Et parce qu'on son peuple qui superstitieux ou aimé.
The milkman, and my apparel today is from One West Salt Bearers. Man, you heard what I said. One West Salt Bearers. Check out the back. I mean, if you need scullies, if you need jewelry, if you need t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever it is, crowns. You know what I'm saying? And you over there by Philly, man, stop by the Philly ISTK school, man, and check out One West Salt Bearers and let them know that Officer Khan, aka the Milkman, told you so. Shalom. Hey, Shalom Israel, this Officer the Condom, aka the Milkman. And my apparel today is from One West Salt Bearers. Man, you heard what I said. One West Salt Bearers. Check out the back. I mean, if you need scullies, if you need jewelry, if you need t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever it is, crowns, you know what I'm saying? And you over there by Philly, man, stop by the Philly ISUDK school, man, and check out One West Salt Bearers and let them know that Officer the Con, aka the Milkman, told you so. Salam.
The Con. And this right here is the best book on the planet for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Shalom. Hey, Shalom Israel, this Officer the Con. And this right here is the best book on the planet for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
They just made it up.
And how do I know that's any different from what, like,
Being bullshit. What came up with that was the Ethiopians read the Queen of Sheba came and talked to Solomon, and they just made that up. They just made it up.
and how do I know that's any different from what, like, you're doing right now?
Well, what am I? You have to tell me what I'm making up.
Like, for example, so anyone could look at the Bible to have some affinity to the Israelites and make.
I'll give you an example of making up. You're a Roman Catholic, right?
That's right.
Show me Immaculate Conception in the Bible. I'm gonna show you making up one-on-one right now. Show me Immaculate Conception in the Bible.
Oh no, you don't have to believe in Immaculate Conception to be a Catholic.
I didn't ask you about belief. You
it's
said
not in the Bible. But you got to keep in mind.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
It's not in the Bible.
So I want to go on record. I wanted to go on record. This Roman Catholic just said that it's not in the Bible.
Yeah, Immaculate Conception. Yeah. No, the justification for belief in oh, what's that sound? I don't know what that noise is. All right. Well, the justification for belief in it's not the Immaculate Conception of Mary. It's the money bag session. I'll wait for that stop.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it's not Immaculate Conception for Mary. It's she was born. That's what they claim with grace. So she was born without original sin. So the idea of the justification is that
right.
Yeah,
so
explain
that.
Yeah, it's the idea is you can't give birth to God from an unclean vessel. So Mary was rendered clean. So
you can't do what?
You can't give birth to God. God cannot be birthed through an unclean vessel. So she was of original sin. Yeah,
and
that
so
was
you're saying that's not in the Bible, though, right?
No, it's not in the Bible. No.
So that's why. So it ain't us that make up shit. Roman Catholics make up shit.
Hey, Shalom of Christ, remember, ain't no paradise for a coward. That's brotherhood. Hey, Shalom of Christ, remember, ain't no paradise for a coward. That's brotherhood. Hey, Shalom of Christ, remember, ain't no paradise for a coward. That's brotherhood. Hey, Shalom of Christ, remember, ain't no paradise for a coward. That's brotherhood.
Blue, if you know your identity, if you know your tribe, if you know what Hebrew is and can speak a Hebrew word, it was given to you by your holy king, Yahushua. King David said he would rather be a doorkeeper in the kingdom of heaven than to be anything else in this world. I'm paraphrasing. Our King Yahushua has used us just as he ought to, like a bunch of screwdrivers and wrenches and tools to build the greatest kingdom on the face of this earth. With the mercy and grace of the Lord, we will build this kingdom now. I've been doing this all day. I got to thank Captain Todd and his amazing team that pulled off the 2022 Hebrew Academy. Y'all did an amazing job. It ain't easy coming into this truth. It's not easy.
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yohana, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
The website. Man, the General Yohana, I'm in the building. Heavy hitters rolling ride with me. General Muhammad in the building. Right. Give it up. Yeah. General Micah Allah in the building. Yeah. General Hazat Young in the building. Give it up. Officer Marah, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibad Hayah, Officer Mathumya holding us down as they do every week. We up in here, man. Let's get it on in this amazing time that we live in, where the reincarnation of Adolf Hitler has come to fruition. I don't know what else to call it. You know what I'm saying? But that. Well, we got a lot to talk about with that, man. I hope y'all join me up in the chat. We're going to be in here doing the chat up strong tonight. Bringing this out. Yadiah, where we going first, Hebrew?
Colonel Khan. It says U.S. Air Force revisiting training course that includes videos of Tuskegee Airmen and female World War II pilots.
So no more movies. I mean, technically they can still play the movie, but no more inside the government talking about the great achievements of black airmen. Like now, black airmen, they're gonna have to just blend in with everybody else. No more glory for them overcoming this beast, because of course he can't be talked bad about or be told any of the evil things that he does. This is a very interesting time, and that's totally cutting off free speech. But go ahead.
Sir. Colonel Khan. It says lesson plans that include videos of the Tuskegee Airmen, groundbreaking black pilots known for their service during World War II, and the Women Air Force Service Pilots, or WASPs, who were vital in the ferrying warplanes for the military, have been temporarily removed from the U.S. Air Force curriculum.
Making sure it get out of that. Now it's just a matter of black people got to now hold on to their history. I said it to them anyway. I said the 1619 Project should be taught to black and Latino children, Native Indian children. Instead, we wanted to try to go teach it to white people. Why? I have no idea. I don't know what in those big eggheads was stirring to give them the idea that that was what we were supposed to push. You know what I mean? And the problem with stuff like that is you don't know if it was being pushed because it was really somebody trying to get some money out of Esau. So they pushed that 1611 project trying to get grants and other nonsense for it. When what they should have done was every black child in the last 5 years. It's been 5 years since it's been out.
Sounds right.
Sounds about right. Every black person in the last 5 years, you understand, should have been learning this in school. Like this should have been us learning about us in school.
Like we keep sitting around waiting on the white man to educate us. For what? Why are we doing that? I don't even understand why we're doing that, except for one reason. That so many of you churches and you politicians get so much money off of the Board of Education. Like, why would it be so difficult right now? Why would it be so difficult right now for black children to learn when you have the internet, cell phones, so much technology? Where's been the effort on the black Christian church's part to really educate our people about us? Not just educate us about American history. What about our education about all the tragedies we went through? The brother sent me a tape just the other day, I think it was yesterday, about the Puerto Rican rebellion, how they came up against Esau in Chicago. Do you know they was led by an 18-year-old? He was 18 years old and led an entire revolution in Chicago to wake up brothers and sisters. You know, I forgot the name. I don't even remember the name. It was so vague to me at the time. I want to say the Lords, the something Lords,
Spanish Lords, Brown Berets,
not the Brown Berets, not the Chicano. I think it might have been the Spanish Lords. Okay. I'm not certain. You know what I'm saying? But where is all that history? Why don't we know about this history? Like, furthermore, if we knew about this history proper, there ain't no way you could separate us from the tribe of Ephraim. Right. Like you go back and read them revolutions and how black people backed them up and how they backed black people up. You could never separate us from them, man. Right. We would be so in the spirit with them to do what it is that we need to do. It was amazing to see. And so all of our history is cut off, and just the presence of us in education, the presence of us in our schools, the ability to be separate from them schools. The Meadamites, brother, you go out to Lancaster, PA. Treat yourself and go to Lancaster, PA. All the schools damn near out there are private schools. Right or wrong, you die. You go out to Lancaster, PA, them Edomites are, all of them teach their kids private. All of them have private schools. All of them have classes with like 10 students in it. They sit up there and according to the Pennsylvania education stats, they do better than the other schools in the state. These kids enrolled in their systems. Black people should have been doing this. Latino people should have been doing this. How in the hell are we able to allow another nation to raise our own children? That's why the Israelite School, UPK, once again, I'm going to toot the horn all the time of us. We got schools all over this country, man, with plenty of room for classes and doing everything that we're doing. Is just an amazing thing going on for our kids, and should be for the entire Black, Latino, and Native Indian community. Them old wretched little church schools y'all done had teaching all kind of madness, especially the damage you do to sisters. The church has single-handedly taught the Black woman to have abortion. You were the prime one that turned in the 70s. Selling out is just too expensive. I don't know why you do it. I yield. Y'all want to jump on him?
If I could say one thing, it just remind me, General, of that Christian that argued with Captain Tazar, trying to say how much Christians did and what Christians did for Black people, and they the only ones did this for Black people. Well, they didn't do nothing. The church then failed us, like you just brought out, for a long time. Black people just finding out about Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's
and like you said, a lot of the Black history and the young Black soldiers that try to stand up for Black people. We just finding all this out because all this time the church, all the power the church had, according to the Christians, and all the money and the power and all the influence they had on the Black community, we are still ignorant to how great we are in real life history.
So true, General, so
That's
true.
right.
Listen, I took a brother today over to Osage Avenue, where the MOVE group was bombed by the government of Philadelphia. He was shot. He looked up, he said it was right there. It was right there where them houses at. He was shocked to see it. Because it was right there where they dropped a bomb in the name of the U.S. government on black people and killed them, their wives, and their babies, man. And why isn't that? And they shipped the bones of the people that they burned to death. They shipped them down to University of Penn. One of the #1 Ivy League schools in the country got the bones of the children of the MOVE group. The people spent 20 years trying to find out where the children's bone was. They were sitting in the college the whole time. And still there. Bones still being used for college students that's learning about medicine. Still haven't been returned back to their family member. Why aren't these things in the history books? I'll tell you why. Because those of you in the church are Uncle Toms, and you rather sell out than take a stand to do the will of the Most High. Get me Deuteronomy, I think it's 33, where the Lord speaks about the shepherds. Let me read that right quick if I could. That's what's happening to us here, and because of it, you got Donald Trump. Now, somebody just sent me an article saying that the Air Force reinstates Tuskegee. Air Force has reinstated a course on the first black pilots, according to Fox News.
Yeah, like 2 hours ago.
Like 2 hours ago, they reinstated it and put it back in the course, which show you that some in the military are not down with Donald Trump's program. Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. He wants to be Adolf Hitler. He wants to change the country, but they don't have enough time. This is the Lord's time now. We coming to the end. Tell them where you at. Get it for him, yo.
What you looking for, sir?
Where the Lord speaks about the shepherds.
Matthew 23, Jeremiah 23.
I was looking for the one in Deuteronomy, around 33, 33rd chapter, Miami, 30th.
You talking about Ezekiel?
No, Deuteronomy.
The shepherds.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he used shepherds or the priest, or I know he speaks about how angry he is with them. I might have to.
I think it's Jeremiah 23.
It could be. Go ahead. Let me talk. I think I always mix them up. Go ahead. Tell them where you at. Go ahead. Hit it.
Khan, sir. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
That's this church, brother. That's why we've been hammering this point for so long. You have tried to join this man, and look what it's gotten you. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Khan. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away.
You hear what the Lord said? You the ones that feed the Lord's people, and instead of feeding them, you run them away. Go ahead, Salak.
Khan, sir. And have not visited them.
Come on.
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings.
And that have not visited them, meaning they never went back to try to fix what they screwed up. They never went back to try to say, okay, we sold ourselves out. We got all that we wanted. Let's go back now and check on these people. They never did that. Go ahead, Op.
Khan, sir. Verse 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries, whether I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase.
That's how we get fruitful and increase. Tell me if I'm wrong. We get fruitful and increase by returning to our folds, returning to fixing our 12 tribes.
That's right.
Because Esau is definitely doing it. Oh, he is on the march now.
Mm-hmm.
You think you couldn't get in a pool in a white neighborhood before? Take off your clothes and get in one of them pools with the Medomites in the near future. They're going to call you a terrorist for doing it. Go ahead.
Khan, sir, verse 4. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them.
Right. Real shepherds that feed them. Meaning feed them mean give them the understanding of the Lord. You're not giving them the understanding of the Lord in church. You singing and dancing and getting paid off of them. The Lord wants them educated, returned to him, given their identity, taught the laws, statutes, and commandments. Men raised up as men, women raised up as women. That's what the Lord wants. Go ahead.
And they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord.
Neither shall we be lacking in that day. With the right shepherds out, it don't matter what nation comes up against the Lord. The Lord will put that nation down. Pharaoh had plenty of weapons and armies. The Most High sent Moses back in there, brother, and it was game over. Them plagues came and brought Egypt to its knees.
Damn right, sir.
You understand? And it'll happen. It's going to happen again because we're at the end. Go ahead, Al. Is that is more than that? Go ahead.
Honorable Khan, sir. Verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper.
Right. He's going to bring a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan. And shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
Right. And that's what Christ came to do, man. To sit on the throne of David and to execute judgment. That was it on that? We can stop right there. To execute judgment. It's time for us to come back and return to ourselves. Salaki, I yield.
Damn right. If I may, General, unless y'all was going to say something.
Go ahead.
It's truly amazing, and I would be so embarrassed if I was a Christian leader, because for so long they've been puppets on a string, just doing whatever the people want, whatever the Democrats want, whatever the government want, just spewing whatever massa want, because they don't want, like the Romans 11 say, they don't want their place in their nation taken away, so they just do whatever massa say. And now the church looking at Donald Trump like he's Satan reincarnate, and he is, you understand, but it takes him to get on national TV and say that there are only two genders on the earth, male and female. I would have been so crushed and embarrassed if I was the Christian church. Because it takes this devil, this guy, to have, like you brought out on the last show, I believe, to have more morals than these Christian puppets on a string. Yeah. He said that he taking all the men, all the transgenders out of women's sports because they men, beating the hell out of women. You understand? All that they against abortion. It's so many. And listen, like you brought out already, like we say, we in no way support Donald Trump. He's a Nazi Southern racist that then took over the country, like we've been saying going to happen for years. The South is going to take over again, and here they go. You understand? But he has more morals than Black Christian leaders, man, to get on and push and say things this simple. Like my Hyman head almost exploded. We got to be talking about there's only two genders, male and female, because that's how God created it. But why does it take Donald Trump to say it? Now I look on TV, Christians still scrambling to figure out why Donald Trump won the election. What's the problem with Democrats? They scrambling, trying to figure it out, going everywhere but the truth, that they've been stupid and against God and no morals, and these Republicans are bringing a piece of morality. Now they don't have no love for us, but they surely understand that, you know, when you have a gender reveal party, it's only blue and pink. There's no middle colors for the maybes and the ifs and the bunny rabbits and the furries. There's none of that. There's only male and female. They truly understand that it ain't right to watch a full-grown man with a wig on punch the hell out of the women. You know what I'm saying? They understand that much. So, you know, if I'm a Christian pastor and a leader up under Massa, and then this guy who I say, oh, he's the great Satan, he's why we gotta get him out of office, and he get on there and say things that's biblically true, I would be ashamed and embarrassed. Slock.
You so right. I'm coming to you now.
Yes, sir.
You so right, General, because I want to know what Jamal Bryant thinking now. What are them pastors thinking? They sat up there trying to push Kamala Harris, who was pushing the LGBTQ, and then lost, and Donald Trump got in there and said it's only a man and woman gender.
Right.
Like, don't they feel chumped?
Right. Like even if
go ahead,
right.
man.
Like even if I'm a staunch Christian, right, and I'm trying to push, okay, let's be nice to the gays and let's be nice to the LGBT. A piece of me gotta know that a grown man with a rod is wrong next to my daughter in the same bathroom.
Yeah.
Even if he got a dress on. He pulled that rod out next to my daughter. I got to feel some, ooh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they don't speak on it. And now the greatest, evilest man to blacks and Hispanics get on there and put him to shame is horrible. Sorry.
Yeah, and if I could say one last thing on it, Mike, if I could. Like, it was, okay, they gave him all the ammunition in the world to say, why the hell am I listening to y'all? You black leaders, why would I listen to you when you trying to make men women and women men? Why the hell would I listen to you? Like, they gave him all the ammunition in the world to say, the hell with them. And that's exactly what he did. He had no respect for them. And like I said last week, they didn't show you the sound in that chamber. That chamber, brother, the booze was ridiculous when he was in there getting inaugurated with Obama and Bush. They booed him. They booed them, brother. It was echoing in the chamber, the way they was booing them. That's the same chamber they locked up that January 6th in, and they were booing them like crazy in there. And he went up there and got inaugurated and all that. And they tried to dumb down the tape so you couldn't see it. People got it out on TikTok, and they was ridiculous. It was ridiculous how they was coming at him. Go ahead, Salaki. I yield. The water, y'all.
Most high Christ. If I could I get Micah 2:10, brother? Because also, you know, also too, you gotta understand something. What we teach now actually became the Commander Yohana, and what Commander Yohana, General Mahaim, and General Mayak bringing out is very, very important for you to understand. Like, this location we live in right in this land is meant to be a punishment. It's not your rest. And we're gonna prove the truth. We're trying to show you and tell you that your pastors, or your so-called pastors, they have lied to you. And the Most High put it back in your face. The Lord said, I'm gonna make you jealous with a foolish nation. You understand? That's what we're doing right now. Now read Micah 2:10, brother.
God, Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart.
It says, arise ye. What does it mean to arise? Like it says in the book of Isaiah, it means get up out of the dust. Arise, stand up. Put back on your spirit as being an Israelite. That's what it means to arise. Learn how to do what the Lord said do according to the Bible. Shed yourself over the world and put the spirit of the Lord in you. Now, the only way you're going to get that is an ISUPK. Arise ye and do what?
And depart.
It ain't saying go travel somewhere else to go live. Cats done made that mistake already. It ain't saying that. When it says depart, it tell you like how it says in Revelation, the 18th chapter, take your spirit out of this place, man. Stop celebrating these holidays that the Lord said don't celebrate. Stop doing these things. Eat a certain way. Do the things the Most High said do. That's what it's talking about. Arise and depart, meaning stand up, put back on the spirit of Israelite, and depart out of here. You see what's going on? Like how Commander Yohana said, they take a Republican and Donald Trump to say, you know, this and that and is wrong. When your leaders were saying it's all right. Going straight against what the Bible says.
Your grandmama said it.
Yes.
Your grandmama said,
Come on,
boy, girl.
Yes.
You know, like, where's the confusion at? Salaki,
arise and depart. Go ahead, brother.
Khan, for this is not your rest.
What does that mean? This is not your rest. I mean, this is not a place for you to get comfortable. Ain't a place for you to be comfortable. The Lord put us over here as a punishment because of the evil we did. You come over here still doing evil. You're following your so-called Christian pastors who you claim to be men of the Lord, and you're being destroyed more and more and more and more. Look at what's going on. All you got to do is look at what's going on. And listen to this. Listen to what comes out of their mouth. Listen to the things they say. When you ask for an answer, they give you an answer. You tell me one answer they didn't give you. One kind of solution to fix our problems. No, they don't. You know what they do? They sing and dance like they always do. They sing and dance. That's all they do. Keep on reading, brother.
Khan. Because it is polluted.
It is what?
Polluted.
It is what?
Polluted.
This land is polluted, man. That's how it says in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, verse 4. It's polluted inside of here, man. And you got to take your spirit out of here. Go ahead.
Khan. It shall destroy you.
It shall what?
Destroy you.
What?
Destroy you.
You mean tell me we not destroy this land? Now, you may have a few brothers or some brothers and sisters that got money, but the majority of us as a people, we have nothing. We are living destroyed in this land called America. We are destroyed here. You understand? The ones that got money, because they got that money, that high status, they refuse, because of that high status, to help you out. Because they don't want to be labeled a certain way and lose what they got because of you. be destroyed in here, man. Go ahead.
Khan. Even with a sword destruction.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened. Joe Biden, when he was running for office the first time, he told black people, you will be a fool to vote for Donald Trump. You'll be a fool to vote for him because all the racism and everything going on with him. Well, you voted for Donald Trump, but guess what still happened? When you voted for Biden, but guess what happened? We still was dying in the streets. We still was dying in the hands of cops illegally, prison guards illegally. You understand? All those things he said we voting for Donald Trump for, we be fool to do, happened under his watch. And y'all act like it didn't happen. It happened under his watch. What's that bill that he signed? And when he signed it, but they asked him about it before he ran for president, and he said he don't feel sorry for what he did, that crime initiative, or whatever he was into. He don't care. None of them care because this place is not your rest, man. Your only rest for your spirit and what's going to get you right is coming back up in here. Shed yourself for the world. Learn how to live like an Israelite's supposed to live. You understand me? Do the things the Lord say do. That's what's going to get you your rest. That's what's going to put your spirit at ease. You know what I mean? And stop the destruction. Because if you don't know, you're not in here. Let me tell you something, man. You are at odds with the Lord. When you're in Christianity, you're going against the Most High. You ain't going, that's what you're going against. Y'all don't like what we say, you hate what we say. You ain't going against us, you simpleton. You're going against the Most High. Because the words we speak come out the Bible. It comes from the Lord. That's where it comes from. So you ain't fighting us. You fighting the Lord, you dummy. And you see what's going on with you in your life. You better stop being hard-headed, man. The Lord got more coming. And you don't want to be on the side of the ones who being disobedient to the Most High.
Damn. So, give it up. Solo Dolo said Trump took away 1964 Civil Rights Act and recently too, Civil Rights Act and abolished the financial aid for college. He abolished it. God damn. That means all of that NAACP talk. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. He trying to waste your whole nation. Yeah, man. And listen, and it's gonna get worse. This is like increments. This is gonna happen. And those that have been here before do not know what to do. When if you listen to the prophets of the Lord, you know what to do. Like you'd be moving the way we move it. You'd be raising your sons up the way we raise our sons up. At this point, it should be no Black, Latino, or Native Indian anywhere near an abortion clinic. Abortion clinic is supposed to be empty right now. Because you're going to need every brother you can get in that day. It's supposed to be empty right now. Men and women got to relearn their roles in this evil place. We got to relearn our roles as men and as women. Men putting on dresses and all of this. All that going to come to an end because we getting to the end. I yield. Anybody want to take it? Jump in? Yeah, man.
It feels disingenuous. White Florida cop faces backlash for nonchalant attitude after shooting compliant Black man with his own gun.
Play that tape out. And I take it they eventually fired her, right?
Oh, Khan, sir. Now she's unemployed.
I tell you, the brother took it well. That brother there, he took that shot well. He just let them walk into the ambulance. I don't know if I'd have been as liberal. She was either she did it on purpose or she was the biggest dumbass in the world when she took his damn gun out.
God. I think either way, he knew he could be out of here. So he was compliant.
Right.
He knew another shot could come.
Right.
Come.
Go ahead,
If I could.
You right, General. No, I'm sorry. I just want to let him finish. Go ahead, General.
If I could.
Wait a minute. Your sound is down. What's going on?
I know Maraki put me on mute sometimes. I just try to keep it on mute unless I want to say something. I was done.
Okay.
Do y'all hear any feedback right now?
No, none at all.
Okay, I'll keep it off mute if Marat don't mind.
All right. You good with it, Marat? Yeah. The water. Go ahead, Haas.
Okay. You can tell this by watching the footage, that she didn't know what she was doing. When he asked her to go get it, she was scared. She was timid to go get it. And tactically speaking, that was the dumbest thing in the world to have her go get the gun. That was the stupidest thing in the world. Because now she distracted. Like, this on a tactic purpose, right? If he was a cat that was doing some crazy stuff, or was a cat, let's say he was just somebody, you know, XYZ. You got her going for his gun. You ain't really got him secured. So if he gonna fight the guy that got him secured and pop her, knock her in the head, and knock her down or something, he got both of them. Like, it didn't make no sense. She supposed to stay back and watch the scene in case he may try something. If it was to go that way, or if the cat was like that. You know what I mean? It was this dumb tactic. It ain't make no sense. It was the stupidest thing on earth. And I've been around people like her, and when I saw them signs that she gave signs before this time. I stayed away from them because they were the ones that would do just what she did. Shoot the brother in the leg, grab the gun. Grab the gun and grab. No, everybody I tell my kids, when you pick up a firearm, do not put your finger in the trigger. Always have your finger outside of the trigger. The finger on the slide, away from the trigger. Not even near the trigger guard, because you can slip and hit and pull the trigger. Up on the slide. Are you kidding me? They teach that in training. Come on. Slide.
She couldn't get the gun out of his holster and panic and bust the cap in. First of all, what is that little thing doing being a cop in the first place? I guess they got to go back to the rules from the 60s. Back in the day, you couldn't be a cop under 6 feet tall. I hate to tell you, sisters, but the technology ain't caught up with your little body. You need to get up out of all them jobs in the scriptures as well. You ain't supposed to be no judge. You're not supposed to be no cop. All those are jobs that are not jobs prescribed by the Most High. Those are jobs of survival by our people according to the captivity we in. Because of the captivity, a lot of sisters got to take security jobs, policing jobs and different jobs. But that is not how it's supposed to be. And, I mean, a woman brings forth children. Why would you put her in harm's way like that? What if she had shot herself? What if she had damaged her own reproductive system? Even though she and Edomite is no weight on us, but you get my point. You got tons of sisters with that job, not to mention, like Paul said, I do not give a woman, I do not allow a woman to usurp authority over a man. Like you put a woman in that position, you putting her in the position to be a man. Even if her hair could be down her back. The minute she puts that uniform on up, you are telling her to be a man. For this time that you wearing this uniform and you're on duty, you're gonna be a man. Now you okay? Okay, and now you asking her to go stand up and disarm full-fledged men from their guns. It's a joke. It's a joke and it's ridiculous. And she was scared to death, and she shot him after trying her best to yank the phone out. I mean, the weapon out of his holster. And like you said, Haas was scared to death, yanked back and forth, and shot the man, almost killed him, wounded him, I'm sure, terribly, for absolutely no reason at all. That is not, once again, give me the turning of things upside down real quick. Like this right here, this is all the way upside down. This is not how it's supposed to be in no kingdom. Listen, I don't even feel right. A woman, some little woman, come up to me, she the cop. Get up against the car. Spread your legs. That feels bad as it is. Then on top of it, she got to try to frisk you and take the gun off you. She's smaller than you. That makes no sense, She damn near had to climb on top of him to get the gun off. And he wasn't even struggling. I think he tried to let him know he had the gun on. And she still shot him. And that's just the ones that's not out and out racist murderers. That's a mess. You got it for me? Give it to me, you die.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
They turned this world upside down. They made a man a woman and a woman a man. Both physically, with surgery and chemicals and drugs, and the whole spirit of the place they put a man in a woman's role and a woman in a man's role. And enforce that nonsense and stupidity, which made absolutely no damn sense. To turn around and tell a woman to do that. And I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all get me right on this. But any self-respecting man would try not to have his woman in that job. I mean, am I wrong on that? I guess in this captivity, you know, they got to. Y'all tell me. But I don't. Okay, listen. My woman coming home, I'm just saying me then. Can I just say that? Listen, for me, myself, my woman come through the door. Boom, I'm home, baby. Boom, boom. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing you coming through my door, taking your Roscoe off your hip and handcuffs and that bullshit. No, we're not doing that. You gonna strip down outside or something. That ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how many brothers that'll work for, but that would not work for me because it's a spirit. It's a masculine spirit. It's a spirit of authority. And our women, we're to protect our women, watch over our women, watch over our Navy. Just this week in Hebrew Academy, we were talking about how when David had to go up against Absalom, how when he came back, how he took care of those concubines. He went and took care of them, fed them, set them back up in the house, watched over them. David cared for them sisters, man. You understand? Like, he didn't say, now y'all strap up, because y'all gonna have to protect the house and put, you know what I'm saying, a cap on somebody. He didn't do that. And brother, it just takes away the whole masculine spirit. And on top of it, it's just out, in my opinion, it's just out the spirit for a man to have a woman with more authority from Esau than you. Your woman can lock you up. You piss her off one night, bitch, I told you. Nigga, you under arrest. I'm locking you the fuck up. You under. I'm not doing that. We're not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Some of y'all disagree. I see brothers that got quiet on me. Some of y'all feel like I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all ain't saying nothing in the chat room. But brother, to me, that is not the role. And if you meet a sister in that position, you understand? There's many jobs paying the same money in the government. Post office pay the same money that the cop make. Same overtime, same thing. And your woman don't have to be riding around the street like a gremlin, upholding the laws of Esau. You understand? But he got his woman doing it, and that's his business. What the hell he go out and do? Go ahead, Yehuda. But I'm not having that. You know what I mean? She gonna have to come in every night. When she come in every night, she gonna have to put the gun on the desk and get smacked just on GP. Put your gun down. All right, handcuffs on the table. All right, come on in. Good to see you, baby. Mwah. Love you, girl. You ain't coming in here, flexing all that man spirit in there. I'm not doing that, man. Go ahead, Salaam.
Good, sir. I'm with you, Commander Johnny. She's gonna have to be a secretary or something.
I mean,
there's many office jobs she can do. She gotta leave that gun in that handcuffs in the locker.
And it's very powerful job. Listen, 911 operators make the same money, and they get more overtime than cops. There's plenty of jobs, that's out there in that whole atmosphere where you don't have to be the soldier. You know what I mean?
Right. She was made to be the help, and it'll fulfill her spirit more to be in a helpful position.
Yeah, Ariel, you need a sauce on the inside. If the bitch got to carry a gun for you to be on the inside, you better cut that bitch loose. I feel you, Ariel, joking, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I understand how he feel the same way. Like, come on, man. Damn that. Like, why we can't have our sisters pull the role they should roll? And Muhammad, something you always taught too. As we was coming up on this last leg, used to always bring out how it's so many things for a woman to do. She don't have to be in charge. Like, and that was, we were bringing that out based on women trying to be preachers. But the same applies to women trying to be a cop. There's so many other things that she could do that's so much greater. than the emasculation of more men. We don't need more emasculation, man. You understand? God.
General, you know, when I was in that world, I said I never, ever was going to deal with a woman that was a cop or that was a soldier. These are military. Never. I said, I'm not coming home having to fight with her because you got to understand. So this is what y'all don't realize and why the general says, when you out there, you have a spirit of authority on you that is hard to shake. So when you come home, after that 8-hour tour or 12-hour tour on duty,
all that adrenaline running,
all you doing is you checking out, you go into your locker room, you change your clothes, click, put stuff on, you go home, right? It's still there.
Right.
When you come home, you got to really learn how to decompress. If you ain't a strong brother at home, you're going to fall right in line and she's going to run you, going to govern you. There ain't going to have no happy household because you're going to catch that from her because that stuff be in you.
I'm not doing
It's
that.
there. You know what I mean, General?
Yeah.
I said, man, ain't no way in the world, man. Ain't no way in the world would I ever deal with a woman that was a cop or a woman that was a soldier in our precious military because it was just too much. It's too close to destroying yourself.
And can I add something else too, Ha?
Yes, sir.
And it's disrespectful to you as a woman to have to put you in the position to defend the nation. Am I wrong?
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
No, sir. It's okay.
Like it's disrespectful to put you in a position where you got to defend the nation when there are men that could do that job. Like, why do a woman got so much other great things that she could be doing? First of all, any woman that's of marriageable age, why would you ever want to put her in harm's way? Unless there are no men. Then it don't even matter because she ain't gonna get pregnant no mate because it ain't enough men. But why would you put her in harm's way to get herself killed and also kill her ability to procreate? Come on, you die. I'm waiting on it.
If I could, sir, what you're saying is so heavy. Just the other day, like I was laying in my rib and she was watching something on Netflix. This little Benjamin sister who was an undercover cop. She came in here in a dress and heels and took out 5 brothers my size and bigger. And I'm just looking in disgust, like this is not realistic. Like I had to tell her in a realistic situation, she dies.
That's right.
She dies. So she didn't even have a gun. All 5 of them brothers was armed, and that's what they're pushing, especially like in the comic book world and like what they push on TV, these super heroines, where the women come in and just overpower the man. It is everywhere.
Damn. And let me tell you something else too. You are effeminizing men by letting them shirk their responsibility. Like a woman should be like, I'm not doing that job. Let a man go do that job. That's his job. Let him carry that gun. That's his job. Let him defend the gate. That's his job, not my job. I'm going to do other things. I'm going to take care of these babies or feed the army or, make garments for them or whatever other super complicated thing that is needed outside of that. Like women should be offended. But you've been taught so much to be masculine in this kingdom that you don't know how to step into that role and not take that role and be insulted by taking that role. You understand? Like, remember, get me, you holding the other scripture I asked for, right? Y'all get this scripture for me, where the Lord said the woman who was so delicate that she would not allow her foot to be, the one I'm gonna read that. Let me break it down for you. Got it. How our women is supposed to be. And how this is supposed to be her attitude, huh? We're gonna break it down for you right now. Like, what you women don't understand is you have another level of power. The power you got is the power to influence. And that power to influence is very powerful when it is properly placed. It's terrible when it's misplaced. It's destructive to the growth and strength of men. But properly placed, it is a deadly weapon to uplift and bring men up out of the grave, man. You understand? The scripture said men have taken over cities for women. Okay? That's what the scriptures say. Go ahead,
Khan, the book
Tell
of
them where you at.
Khan, sir, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground.
You hear that? The woman that would not In our nation, we had women who were so delicate that you couldn't that if you was out in the field and told her to take off her shoes, she'd be like, "What? No, I can't scratch my foot on that grass. Are you kidding?" She was that tender and that delicate. Go ahead. The Lord said, "What?"
Colonel Khan, sir. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
You see that? Instead of her heart being loving towards him, her eye will be evil towards that man in his heart. That's what America has done. Because let me explain something to you. Here's something that women don't understand about their femininity. Your femininity is what motivates men to be warriors. That femininity makes a man want to be all man. When you take away that femininity, you defraud the whole nation of its mighty men. Like, don't no man wanna go to battle for a dyke. Like, he ain't like, yeah, man, I'm finna kill them niggas over that dyke. But he is gonna go to war over that feminine, beautiful woman, that sister in that beautiful spirit. Oh, he gonna kill everybody over her. And it's his job to do in righteousness. And when you take away that, when you don't put on your full femininity, you take that away from that man. You strip him partially of his masculinity, of really his right to be a hero, his right to say, look at these beautiful women of ours. We not letting nobody get them. We ain't doing that.
Right.
You rob him of that ability, man. And a man, that's part of what a man needs. Part of what's supposed to be in his nature. It's how the Lord made him. It's how he was constructed, man. To lead that woman, to lead that house, to have somebody to fight for. Women still trying to figure that out to this day. A man has to have a woman to fight for. A man can't, he ain't your buddy. You understand? He's living to be your hero. And then you sitting up there, put the gun on your side in the uniform and the handcuffs and the chains and locks. You understand? And you defraud him of his right to be a superhero and a warrior and a gladiator when it comes to you. That's off, huh? You know what I mean? Yeah. So get that one together and let's get back on our page, man, the right way. It's shameful we had to have Donald Trump say it. It's utterly shameful. We had to have him say it. Like the Democratic Party and the black community got just played out of your soul. Like Wall Street rocked you out of your drawers. That's what Wall Street did. They rocked you out of your drawers where you was ready to switch genders. You understand? For them. Salak, I yield. Yeah, right.
Sir, we got the footage.
Come on with it, This is some silly shit here.
Can you make it bigger on the screen?
Hey, you got a valid driver's license, proof of insurance, all that good stuff? Hey, you blew that red light.
I like your yellow and turned red when I went out.
It was red when you blew it.
It was yellow.
Okay. Well, I saw it. It was red. So, all right. Well, you got a proof of insurance?
This is the whole footage. Can you bring it up to the part where he gets out, where he goes and tells her about the weapon?
Hang tight. You got anything crazy in the car? Yeah. What you got? You got a gun? We're just gonna remove the pistol from.
What you got now?
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
I appreciate it, man, being very honest.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, shit.
You okay?
Oh,
what you got now?
Look at that dumb bitch right there.
we ain't got no footage of her doing it, actually doing it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
No, I mean, the one guy was on the other side when it happened.
Oh, right. It's
another video footage where they watched actually what happened.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I seen her go up and do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But this, I mean, it's pretty obvious on this one. She reaches over into his sweatpants, grabs hold of the pistol. Instead of recognizing she got sweatpants in her hand and pulling the pistol out, she's trying to yank the pistol out of the sweatpants as the sweatpants flex over the pistol, which of course stops it from going out. And Captain of the Dumbass fires the goddamn trigger into the brother's hip. And it looked like she hit them jewels too. I don't know. It looked like she hit that hip. She might have hit him in the groin.
She got the inside of the thigh, look like.
Inside of the thigh.
Inside of the thigh, color what kind.
And it wasn't a lot of blood. Thank the Most High for that. You know what I mean? There you go. You can see it now. You see her? She reaching. She's reaching. Boom. Dumb ass.
That's that cop. He secured the brother, but he thinking this dumb bitch. Put down the gun before you shoot one of us. Put down the damn gun.
And he had to tell her dumb ass to put. She's standing there with the gun, still facing him, about to bust him a second time.
Right.
He tried to tell her dumb ass, like you said, Maya, put the damn gun down. Man, go ahead, Salaki.
General, it was 3. I didn't know it was 3 cops. I thought it was just the 2. It's 3 cops. 1 on the passenger side, 2 on the driver's side. It'd have been very easy if he said, all right, so listen, you can step out of the car, I'm going to move you to the back of the car. Other 2 cops, police security, they do security. Have him spread his legs out, finally get some action one more time. What side is the firearm on? Okay, listen, sir, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to reach into the pocket, I'm going to take the firearm out. Boom, we're going in slowly. There's no rush in doing it because you got 2 extra cops with you. Like, you got security. You got the whole control of the scene. And moving nice and slow.
Yeah.
She went in there, and bye. Like, you kidding me?
And they shouldn't have even conducted that on the driver's side.
I was gonna say, that's why I said, move it to the back. And that was like, that's basic 101 traffic stop protocol. You don't do that on the driver's side where a car can hit you. You move it to the back of the vehicle. You know what I mean? Where you got more space, more room, and you had 2 other cops with you. And it wasn't no rush because the guy was calm, you was calm. Y'all got 3 guns versus this 1. In reality, so you got time to really, you got tactical maneuver.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You got a little superiority. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't make no sense. Both of them 2 was wrong, not just her. She was wrong on what she did, but his dumb ass was wrong for telling her to go get the gun.
Right.
That was dumb as hell too. Like, that was stupid. It didn't make no sense, man. I used to be around people like that, and I would be nowhere near them. I would go somewhere. I got to the point that I used to go somewhere to chill myself. Because these cats really would get you hurt. Here you go.
Yep.
Or get somebody else hurt by not knowing what they're doing. Here you go.
Yep. Because again, she could have shot herself.
Yeah.
She was so simple. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying this can't happen with a man. My point is, no sister needs to be in that position, man. And as a man, okay, what I want to know is, how do a brother feel if his woman is doing this every day? Like, if I come over your house and bring you a tape of your woman doing this, how do you feel? I say, this is your woman here, carrying out an arrest. She just happened to shoot this brother. Like, how do you feel? First of all, I don't want my woman reaching all up in somebody else's balls. That's just off the cliff. I might be something wrong with me, but y'all don't seem to be too upset by it. So. Like, I don't want my woman all up in between somebody else's legs. Like, that's not our sister's job. They got such a bigger, better job than that. Oh, man. So, shot that brother, man, and it's a mess. You know what I mean? They fired her. She's off the job, which she should be. Okay? Should not be. And sisters should be, listen, being a cop, whether you like it or not, is a position of war.
Yep.
That's what it is. You can call it police officer all you want, but it is a position of war. Okay? And no sister should be in a position of war. It's too many greater things to do. How you gonna get a man that can go to war if you ain't got a mother to raise a man to become a man of war? To nurture him is what I'm saying. How the hell you gonna get men of war when you don't have a woman that could nurture them? You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High is so perfect in all that he does. A young boy grows up seeing his mother nurture him and take care of him and all that. Then when he hits, get me right on this, y'all. Then he hits a certain age, his father takes over. And his father begins to show him what to fight for. And then he leaves that effeminate stage and begins to, realize his own as a man. And as a man, he then becomes a protector of his mother, meaning of all women. And then he's a complete man on the right path in that respect. And if you rob him of that, then what do you have? You don't have men. You know what I mean? You won't have men that could do damn near anything. That's why them cats out there today, it's a rough deal you dealing with trying to bring them through the fire. Big shout out to Hebrew Academy, looking strong and grizzly as they can damn be. Halfway through the academy, big shout out to Cap Makad Abarayim. They halfway to the finish line. Like, to get them through that fire, boy, you got to give them the grizzly, or they got too much on them. You know what I'm saying? From that other side. You know what I mean? So that's it. I yield unless y'all want to jump in.
Yeah, John, it's a rough deal. Like with this here, like you said, I think of some of the times, I'm going to be thinking about it, I ain't talking about the bar, but some of the things I did on the street, right? I know one time we had a, robbery and shootout. He shooted the cops and everything, and I heard on the radio. And after we catch the cat, and I caught him, but I almost shot him, but I didn't because I couldn't see where I was at. So all that adrenaline is in me, right? After it happened, during the time I did train, I just did what I knew how to do, did it quick. It was like second nature. Bang, 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 bang. We caught the cat, and he was trying to reload both his guns and everything. You right here, 43rd and Walnut in West Philly, right? And as soon as I walked away, I called the radio, cleared the scene. Sergeant came. First thing he did was he took my firearm. He checked for the bullets. I told him I didn't discharge. No discharge on my part. Yeah. So he counted my rounds to make sure I had the right number of rounds, right? So the first phone call I made was to General Hyman. And I'm sitting in the car, one leg in the car, one leg got the car. I said, General Hyman, Slocky, sir. He said, what's up, Hod? I said, sir, you won't believe this shit just happened. I just started breaking down to him and telling him what's happening. I had to decompress. Like I had to get it out of me. Now, if you don't have somebody like General Hyman or General Mayak or you to call, sir, what you gonna do to decompress?
Yeah.
You're gonna be an alcoholic, or you're gonna be a whore. You know what I mean? Or you can be somebody that's really out of your mind. That's really all there is to it. And I've seen all three working that job. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for me calling General Hyman, I was like, my head was messed up. I was like, yo, I almost killed this cat. I almost killed him. It was crazy. And it was like, damn. Sit in your head, you think about it, you think about it, you think about it, you think about it. And I thought, and now as we talking about this situation with this here, if you don't have something that takes you and where you can decompress from what you're dealing with, like I had General Hyman, I had the UPK. That's what I had. You know what I mean? As soon as I got a chance, I didn't think about calling my red. I ain't care about calling nobody else but General Hyman. It was like, Slocky. He answered the phone like he always do. Like, y'all understand, this is back around 2003 or 4 when I called him. And they was like, sir, Slocky, something. He said, all right, just calm down. He do what he always do, to calm down. I just calm down. He talked me down, and it was just, I was good. You know what I mean? Like, without that, what do you have?
Right.
What do you have?
And how could you expect a woman to carry that?
Yes, that's what I mean.
A woman to carry that kind of adrenaline, you know what I'm saying, on a day-to-day basis. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Let's alone in the world. Yeah. Come on, man.
And that's heavy. That's heavy what you brought out, General Hyde, because and give a hand to you, brother, because you were strong and you chose men of God. You understand? Because like you said, with that type of slavery, you need to decompress. You need something outside of the slavery. So and the Lord had mercy on you, of course, but you chose him, to decompress and to get your mind straight. When most, like you said, choose the alcohol, choose to just live in whorehouses. You know what I'm saying? They do all type of things and eventually put a gun in their mouth because it's too much. And these are the men. Yeah. So I totally understand what Commander General Yohana talking about with the women. You know what I'm saying? Now that's an extra burden. They're not used to that burden. You know what I'm saying? Men can't even take it. And we're going to throw our women up in there on the front line. That's hard. Slocky.
It's insane. I bet you a lot of them female cops is crazy as a bed bug. I bet you sit down and have a serious conversation with them. You be introduced to some crazy ass bro. Because all the stuff they done seen, the highs, the lows they done had to go through, the weight and stress they done had to take on. They're not even supposed to have to do that, man. Yeah. There's other weights and stresses they got to take on, but that's not one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like they got other stresses that are super rough, but that ain't it. Go ahead, General. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I've met female security guards, worked with them, in the past, a long time ago, and they become very aggressive. They become very aggressive trying to, live this life where they got to be in charge of men and handle men and this and that. Right. And I even know a couple of them that became Philadelphia police officers. You understand? Right. And they got a whole nother personality, and you could tell, or I guess me being in the truth, I could tell that they was miserable. You know what I'm saying? And that this slavery, this burden shouldn't even be on them. Slocky.
And I bet you deep down inside, they insulted by men having them to even be in that position. Like you said, they be depressed and all that. They probably be like, these men, after a while, they'll get an attitude that these men ain't, SHIT. Because, of course, they know they not supposed to be the one doing that. There's supposed to be a man doing it, and instead, they doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it shows you another thing. You say you love your women, but you don't really love them because you ain't willing to step up into the game and take your position and give them theirs. Instead, they got to turn around and be the man, and you got men dressed up with makeup trying to be the woman. And you had Adolf Hitler damn near have to be the one to tell you this is backwards. You got to straighten this out. That falls on them preachers, man. That falls on them. So, Lockie, I yield. Yeah, come Joe. All right. Give it up to my out. Get on my collar. Where we going, you die? After she shot that brother. Come on.
Go. DJ Academics berated for alleged sexual comments to teenager.
Read a little more if you don't mind.
Con, sir. Video transcripts seem to confirm that Academics had a very inappropriate and extremely explicit conversation with a teenager. DJ Academics is emerging from underneath the avalanche of harsh criticisms for allegedly directing extremely explicit and salacious comments at a 15-year-old streamer.
So you mean to tell me all this time this cat is a sodomite?
Oh, come. He got caught up before in a case a couple years ago where a sister went over to his house that he was cool with for years before he got famous. And he had her set up where he and two other brothers, allegedly raped the sister. Like he's been, battling that. And with this one on the stream, he was on there with this 15-year-old streamer, and he just kept making homosexual remarks to him. And he actually had a sodomite talk to him and the sodomite was like asking, you ever had a man suck your rod? And then Academics is like, yeah, you ever have it? I can set it up for you. And then one brother said, we can have strippers come to your house. It was disgusting and despicable, sir. And it was live 95 on Twitch.
I saw a little bit of it, you die, and I didn't understand what was going on at first. I said, what are they talking to this kid for? And then I heard the kid say, but I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I said, what the F is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Come.
Damn, Mayat. So they tried to groom him.
Yes, good.
Dang. So they sexual predator. Like everybody want to do what Whitey do. You want to be a sexual predator like them Catholic priests and the Meadamites online. They had a whole show about that, to catch a predator. They catch the fag when he come in at your house with this, that, and the other. And these cats run around doing the same damn thing. Damn.
If I could, General, can I get that scripture you die where it says it says in I think it's in Luke, the esteemed of the world, the abomination to the Most High. Can you get that one for me? Because this cat right here, Academics, he got some sort of clout in the hip hop world.
Oh,
he got some clout in the hip hop world.
Huge, yeah.
Cats follow him and listen to him, all that stuff there.
He's somebody great. Interviews.
Because meanwhile, on the flip side, this cat a damn pedophile and a homosexual. You got to be kidding me. He's a homosexual and a whoremonger all the same time. You understand? Like these people you put up in this world as being something really are not nothing. And the Lord is trying to tell y'all and expose y'all to it. They all coming out. The Lord exposing it. He let you know, man, this place here is not your rest. It's time to come home to the Most High. It's time to get up in here and do what he say do. It's time for you, whatever city you in, Contact the cat leader in your city and UPK. Go on our website. We got a whole list of all our schools with phone numbers, how you can contact them in them schools and get in here and change your life. Y'all better? Because if not, you trust in the cats in the world and you can run into cats like DJ Academic. You understand me? You can run into cats like him.
And
yes, sir.
And I was just gonna say, and that's just the type of cat Esau likes to promote. I wouldn't be surprised that his podcast is so powerful now, simply because Esau being a new behind closed doors, he's doing all kinds of evil, and that's perfect for him because he could be like, okay, if he get out of line, we'll just threaten to expose everything he does, and so then they pour their money into him, and make him big. Go ahead, you died. What were you gonna say?
Come on, sir. Luke chapter 16 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men.
That's DJ Academics and all your celebrities that you put in a high status. They justify themselves before men with their so-called status on how much they know about hip hop or their movie roles or all these different things they into in Hollywood or entertainment. And you look at them because they got money, because they got a couple dollars. You look at them like they everything, when really they not. And the Lord let you know right here about them. Go ahead,
Khan. But God knoweth your hearts.
God knows what's really going on. That's why he exposed all these cats. He ain't the only one. A lot of them get exposed. You understand about what they doing to themselves, little children and their own children. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. For that which is highly esteemed among men.
You making these cats be esteemed like they somebody special. This cat, these Academics, man, I know, from the hip hop world, he was somebody that had some little clout. You know what I mean? And was somebody special. Look at this right here. This cat a damn pedophile. Go ahead, you
Also,
come on.
too, sir. He a high value man.
Yeah, what?
He a high value man. Out of his own mouth.
What is that?
It's a clip of him saying.
No. What is the high value man? What the hell?
Oh, just like P. Diddy, sir. The one that every sister should want to.
Hold on, stop. You want that? Make it.
You
gotta be kidding.
And if I could say, if I was gonna say, you die. I was gonna say, shout out to all them bitches popping balloons to regular cats. but you keep the balloons for cats like this until they molesting your children. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
So he proclaimed himself a high value man.
Khan, sir. There's a clip of him screaming at this sister in the airport. You know what I mean? You know you're Benjamin. He said, I am the prize. He kept saying, I am the prize. Bitch, I'm the prize. I'm just like, this nigga.
I hear you, brother. I ain't got no car. I hear you. I hear you. Well, the Lord said, these type of men are an abomination unto him. That's who this cat is. Go ahead, finish reading the scripture, brother.
Khan. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of God.
Don't y'all ever forget this, man. You're going to see more and more things happen and more things being brought out. And the Lord is doing this here. He's trying to shake you and jar you and wake you up out of sleep, man. It's time for you to stop playing games, man. It's time to come home to your heritage and who you truly are. If you are so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, live in North, South, Central America, the Caribbean islands, the rest scattered throughout the earth, you are an Hebrew Israelite. That's who you are, man. Come back to your heritage and learn how to live the right and proper way. Learn how to get up in here and change your life. That's the point. The point is to get in here and change. So these things out here, you ain't caught unawares of. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be living circumspectly. All right? So that's it, sir. Slocky. Go out, sir.
Y'all, we can take some video. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you got the video of the conversation? Oh, this is going to be a rough one here. Yeah, let's play this.
Who said that? All you niggas nasty. Everybody in here nasty, bro. Everybody in here nasty, bro. Oh, God in heaven.
Keep in mind, this is a 15-year-old kid, and
wait, who is that speaking and saying?
Rule of thumb.
Everybody nasty.
He's another Twitch and YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
He's reacting to the live stream, sir.
Okay, got you. Go ahead.
What?
No, I'm not.
Hold on. There's not like a stranger going. This content may. I'll go and watch his response.
Okay, now I see what's going
over there.
Slow down, yo.
Bro, when all of a sudden, I don't know who said that.
Oh, I see now.
That's like what?
Like,
now I'm not.
hold on.
Going to
Listen, I caught it. I see now what's going on. I see that game is used for them to try to recruit young kids. That's because you could tell in the conversation back and forth that really this is a place where predators come. And they hear the kid's voice and he sounds a little like a kid. So, of course, they try to move on him and prey on him. You know what I mean? Which that internet, brother, is some ridiculous ass place in the first place. And on top of it, you got this game, which is perfect for these kids to play. And then these undercover sodomites slide up in here, you know what I'm saying? Learning this game and then use it to prey on these different little kids. Like the same old game, just in a different space. You know what I mean? Like these animals is just predators, like any other predators in the past, and he's probably one right in the midst of them as well. And God knows what he did to get in his position. He's just another disgusting deviant. You got to be watching your kids on all this nonsense, and your daughters too.
Yeah.
Because don't nobody suspect little girls with other little girls. And some of these little girls is predators preying on your daughter, trying to turn her into a damn lesbian. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at that friend in the eye as well and see what the hell is going on right there. So I know everybody mad all over and because black people, we don't believe in goddamn sodomy. That's not our style. They tried everything they could to thrust that on us, and it still don't stick. We still push up against it and come up against it. But some of these predators I see creeping around, he probably been creeping around doing all kind of evil stuff. And he better hope it don't start to snowball where everything come out of what he been doing. And it looks like he goes out of his way to look like a regular guy. Like that outfit he got on, the way his beard is, all of that is, I'm a regular guy. Meanwhile, he's a full out disgusting child predator. You know what I'm saying?
General, if I could, like I know a cat I grew up with is my man from like first grade. And he ended up coming out of the closet being a homosexual, right?
Yeah.
And he ended up catching the bug. He died of AIDS. His body was so disease-ridden that at the funeral, they had to have a picture. They had to burn his body when he died, right? So it came out that on his deathbed in the hospital, he told somebody he was close with, he said he wished that he would have had Fort and dealt with this different and not gave into what he gave into. It destroyed his life. You understand what I'm saying? And guess where he got molested at? Guess. The Catholic Church. The Catholic Church. His mother used to send him to the rectory on Sundays to be with the priest because the father was not in the house. That's where it started at. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just crept from there. It crept from there, going on until he couldn't hold it no more, came out with it. You know what I mean? These the kind of people that you letting be around your children.
And
that's right, that's it, sir.
Slot. And once again, like unless you allow brothers to take their masculine role, then you're gonna have plenty of this kind of sodomy. Like you need brothers to be able to take that masculine role so their sons cleave on to them and become masculine. You don't need to get rid of the brother or get rid of the men out of their life. So now their sons is left to the whim of some predator that's going to come to them on the game or come to them at church or some other place when you're not looking and molest their child. Like you got to recognize that I got to have this man in these children's lives or I take the chance, you understand, at these boys becoming, you know how many brothers who some broads separated their sons from them and their sons became sodomites, man. The number would be staggering. If you saw the number would be staggering. How many of their sons are preyed on because some woman done dragged them away from their husband, but yet forced them to go to church every Sunday. Like what you ought to do is get up and force them to go with their father.
Right.
Sometimes they ain't gonna want to go. They're gonna get up a little older, get about 8, 9, 10 years old. Their father gonna come to get them, and they ain't gonna want to go because they ain't gonna want to have to be under his rule. But some of you mothers, if you had wisdom, you would say, no, you go with your father because you're gonna learn things you otherwise would not learn. Go be around your father, and hopefully they'll want to be around. But you, if the two of you are not together, you should be like it's your, not you should, it's your, as a woman, it's your responsibility to get your son to become a straight man, which includes having his father in his life, his uncles in his life, which includes you watching over him, making sure he ain't being preyed on. You understand? That's your damn job. Like, of course, you ain't taught it in church. And listen, and if you knew from young that that was your job, you wouldn't go back to church. Because the minute you went in there and saw them sodomites, you would be like, oh, no, I can't be in there. Because then I can't carry out my job of raising this boy to get into the arms of his father so he can learn how to become the man he's supposed to become. So you would shun away from that. And shame on you preachers for allowing them sodomites in there, because you let the predators in there, because a lot of you are a bunch of damn predators. And so you let the predators in there and you make it a haven for them to prey on young boys. So I see where they go when they can't get them in church. They go to the daggone Twitch, to the damn gaming platform, and start watching them that way and talking to them that way and trying to drag them into that life. You understand? And listen, and I'm gonna hit you with something. As I listened to that clip, I saw something else in that clip out there was super duper evil. The whole reason the academics cat got so loud and hostile because he was competing against the other guy. Like, he got loud and hostile because he didn't want the other guy to get the boy before he did. So he started damn near like a fight over the kid. Like, I could do that. I could do that. I could arrange that. I bring that. That was an argument on who gonna go molest it. That's what the hell that was. That was an argument on who gonna be the molester. And that's why he just came out and said, but I'm not even, what he say? I'm not even gay. Like, y'all arguing over which one of you gonna molest me. I'm not even gay. Like, it was disgusting, huh? And it was disgusting, and it is what's in the atmosphere out there. But listen, it's very easy to change. That's the beautiful part. It's very easy to change.
That's right.
Here's why it's so easy to change, because nobody can deny that the Lord is the authority on the earth. So the minute you show the world that God is not with that homosexuality, which every disgusting Black, West Indian, Latino, Native Indian preacher is supposed to been telling our sons and our daughters. The minute we start to tell them that, they won't have no incentive to go into that lifestyle. They won't have no incentive. Like, we changed our whole sexual orientation just so Wall Street could get rich. Just so they can get more money in the medical industry. Like, just to be preyed on. Like, that's why the Lord, when he plagued this place, shit, Moses gave him 10 plagues. I'm scared to see what he's going to get them here.
Yeah.
Moses gave him a dime piece. You might get a dub. You might get 20 of them plagues, 30 of them good plagues, brother, that bring this place to his knees when the Lord begin to plague this place. Because that's exactly what is going on in that scenario right there. Them brothers should have, they sit up there arguing over him. And ain't nobody there to protect him. Ain't nobody hearing him. This is going on the other line. He totally, if he was a weaker child, he could have been vulnerable to, or if they had more patience, they were so lustful. You go back and look at the tape, they was lustful. That's why the argument started. Someone was like, oh, wait a minute, I could do this, I could do that, I could make a ring. Because the argument was so lustful by these disgusting predators that it didn't give itself enough time to try to take hold on the kid. You know what I'm saying? It made him so aware, like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not even, they couldn't even seduce him. They wanted to they wanted to lust on him so bad. Like this place here, brother, this is an evil, evil thing going on in here. And that's why, once again, you sisters, it's your duty.
Right.
It's your duty to push that boy in that direction. Because he got to be able to know how to fight against this. You understand? So many of you black women are so happy pushing your sons into the orientation of homosexuality. Come on with them, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
And this brother right here, he always struck me as an individual that's, off and weird. Ever since I was in middle school, he's been around doing this thing. But,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, Khan. And
I think his mic is off.
Oh, the mic is on. Slow.
It says it's on right here. So, it's the one.
What I was. Can you hear him now, my up?
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, that's better. Salaki.
Okay.
All right. Come. And this cat right here, he always struck me as a weird individual. He's been doing this since middle school. You know what I mean? And reporting on things going on in the black community, but in the evil fashion.
Wow.
But yeah, like going over how we killing each other in Chicago, Chirac. You know what I mean? Things like that. But to get on topic, for the strong, independent black women and the single mothers out there in the household without the father in there, kicking the father out. Now, this is what's going to happen. Your son is going to grow up to be molested by a cat like this, or your daughter is going to grow up to be molested or married to a cat like this. And this is all, you know what I mean? This is all terrible for us at the end of the day. You know,
Damn
that's
right.
all I want to say.
Damn right. And you need that brother in those children's life. You know what I mean? You cannot hate as a woman. If you hate everything masculine, something's wrong with you. You got to fight against that force, because that's going to make you take masculinity away from your sons. You understand? And God knows what Esau is doing. You understand? With chemicals and all stuff and food, and God knows whatever nonsense he's playing. But barring even that, you're going to push your sons into something that you're going to wish you never did. Like, that day that boy come in there with eyeliner and lipstick on his lips, your heart going to sink inside you, man. Going to sink inside you. You know what I mean? And you ain't going to make it back from that nonsense, man. So try and use some wisdom and get that boy to where it's your job.
Right.
Get that boy to where he's supposed to be.
Damn right, General.
Growing up with his father, learning how to be masculine, and your daughters too. A daughter that grows up around her father is way different than a daughter that grows up with no father. It's two totally different type of people without that. The Lord made it that way. Listen, in this hell, things cannot be always the way we want. But what you should strive for is to be as close to the way the Lord said to make it as you possibly can. And with the Most High's help, you'll get all the way there. Brother might be in jail. Brother might be dead, or whatever the case might be. But you still have the mission in your hand.
Right.
You still have to carry out the mission to the best of your ability. And let me tell you something, man. Keeping a young man masculine is one of the, if not, it is the greatest gift you could ever give your son. Greatest gift you could ever give your son is to show him how wrong it is to not have that sexual orientation other than being a man. And if you don't believe me, just go look up the stats on suicides of young homosexual males and females. The suicide rate is through the roof. The incarceration rate is through the roof. All these things are through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Our Mars, you right. It could be, don't bring no heat in home, all that.
Right, sir.
Our Mars talk about don't bring no heaters, don't bring none of that. All of that. Like, push for that direction, and you're going to get you a good son and a good daughter, man, and you're going to have, and they'll remember it. They will remember it like the scriptures say. They will remember it when they need to remember it.
Right.
And they will run away from that disgusting life. Y'all know better than me. Y'all got kids.
And please stop listening to these Christian family members telling you, leave them kids alone. Let that boy, if he want a pink bike, let him get the pink bike. If he want to play with the Barbie doll, leave them babies alone. Don't listen to them Christians, man. Fight against them bastards, because they will groom your child right there in the household. Fight against them, man.
It's almost like they so psychologically damaged, Maya, that it's almost like it's a trophy for the boy to become a sodomite.
Yeah, let them choose for themselves.
Damn, they're like they get attention in church because they bring in this kid, and the kid is totally effeminate and all that. It's like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't feel no shame; they feel the opposite. And of course, then he get preyed on because that's where predators are at. They in church, and now we see they on Twitch playing video games.
I remember last year before my son, before he went to high school, his last year of middle school, and they was graduating, get ready for graduation. One of his classmates went viral on the internet for singing, had a good voice, right?
Right.
And I watched the video. My rib sent me the video, and I watched it. And he sung his ass off, but I said, "Ooh, poor brother, poor brother," because you could see the Christian sodomite influence all over him. And I just told my son, "Just beware, son," you know. And I had a little talk with him, and that was that, you know.
Yeah, which is your duty.
Good.
Your duty to let him know what the hell it is that's in front of him that he's looking at. That was that's it, right. You know what I mean?
Down to the one come.
It should be, and every father and mother should do that, man. Should do that and get our people where they supposed to be. Otherwise, Wall Street gonna prey on them. Wall Street gonna shoot them up with drugs and give them and shoot them up with fake breasts, and you understand. Eventually, get them to cut their genitals off, and you know what I'm saying, and all that. Like is that you gonna let Wall Street dictate our sexual orientation, man? Cut me a break, man. Cut me a break. Yeah, man.
You know, you're so right about this Christian church and this Christianity. I be forgetting some stuff. Like I try to forget a lot of things from my family and what they did. But as I'm sitting here thinking and listening to you, Muhammad and Mayaka about what's going on in Yedaya, I just thought, like on my father's side, like my great aunt to them, they was all prevalent in the church. I mean, they was like people that sat high on the boards. Like they were the ones who went and hired the pastor. And now that I think about it, all the men on that side that was in that family was subservient to them.
What's that?
Every last one of them, subservient to them. And when I told my great aunt one time about a lie I knew about, and I was gonna tell the truth. Now she was older, and I said the lie's gonna stop. She looked at me in my eyes, and the hatred in her eyes, if she could have hit me then, she was going to. Like it was burning, like it was like that to me. And I'm looking at her like you gotta be kidding me. I couldn't believe it, but that's what's in them. That right there. They the ones that's raising your kids. They the ones that push them into church because she did it. And her daughter told me one time, she said, I'm gonna tell you this here. The only way I kept my marriage is that I left all of them separate. Moved to a whole other part of the city. That's how I was able to keep my marriage. I was like, I agree with you on that one. You're right. You know what I mean? That's what the Christian church produces. That right there, sir. Slide.
Listen, you give it up for us. Go ahead, you done.
If I could, sir, what General Haas is saying is so heavy, and it reminds me of a story we recently did. They'll hide the sodomite in the church, but a young sister that goes out and get pregnant, they make her apologize in front of the whole congregation.
You treat her like a dirty bitch because she happened to love a man.
There you go.
You dirty, dirty dog. Because you went out there and loved a man and got pregnant. You're gonna be berated before the entire nation for caring about that brother in that manner. Let me tell you something, man. The Christian church and the Muslim mosque too, they ain't getting let off either.
Right.
They are experts at hiding bones in the closet. Like nothing really matters as long as the bones are in the closet. That's why DJ I could guarantee you he probably grew up in church because that's where he learned how to be, what they called back in the day. I don't know what they call it now, but back in the day they called it two-faced, where you had one face you dealt with normally, and then you had another face, which was that secret face of, sodomy or whatever deviance was going on behind closed doors. You understand that people sometimes didn't and sometimes did know what was going on, but it's never said. And that's how he is, and that's how the church is. As long as you keep it in the dark, you know what they damn near do? This show you how demonic the church is today. It's damn near they are more comfortable with you if they know some evil that you're doing, but you have a good way of hiding it from the public. You are respected. Yeah, that's Jimmy over there. We love Jimmy. He good in the quiet. You know he something. Like if they can do that on Sunday, oh, Jimmy! They hugging Jimmy and loving Jimmy, knowing Jimmy is doing God knows what behind the closed doors that's unsaid and never spoken of. You understand? That is the Christian church, and in many cases the Muslim mosque, and it's getting worse in the mosque because of how many brothers coming out of prison, sodomites with the religion of Islam. You know what I mean? So it's becoming more and more prevalent. Like we have to wash out a world of lies, man, and become a world of truth. And in a world of truth, we got to say this is wrong. And you're going to destroy your son before he get a chance to do his job. Like as humans and as part of the pack, let me say this. We're part of the nation of Israel. We're part of the pack. So as part of the pack, every pack member has a job to do. Every male got a job. Every female got a job. You got to represent in a certain way. And you can't represent twisted or you screw up the entire nation, which is exactly what happened to us. You holding that scripture about upside down? Did we read it? Read it right quick and I'm going to get up off it, y'all. I'm going to squeeze in one more before we go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Malaquat said, as long as you keep it in the family, you in a wicked family and you go against them, you better have the strength of 1,000 men to fight and stand alone. Big shout out to Malaquat, man. That was powerful. You absolutely right, Al. You dead on point. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Khan, sir, the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
And that's what they do. They sat up there and pretend to be not to be sodomites, but in there they actually sodomites. You understand? In there they actually sodomites. You know what I mean? Read on. Go ahead, Marat Salaka.
Oh, Salaka, so if I may, I just want to add real quick. Oh, what's so heavy is what General Muhammad brought out earlier in the class about how the Christian church, they perfect at being hypocrites. What y'all said about that girl, and it's the same thing about DJ Academics. The girl in that church, they made her come into the front of the church and apologize for being young and getting pregnant.
Yes.
But the holy God, Mother Mary, that they praise, was young and pregnant. But Mary had a man, but all of a sudden popped up pregnant by the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
So they can praise Mary and say, but she had that baby by the Holy Spirit. But the young girl who actually had a man is like, oh no, you dirty. You're not supposed to do.
Right. I would like to know what they was gonna do if the records clearly said that she got pregnant by Joseph. Like, what was they gonna say there? You know what I mean? They was gonna banish rods forever out of the church. You was gonna have to be able to leave your rod at the door or something, because you weren't gonna be able to bring your rod. Your rod was gonna be considered an unholy thing.
And I wonder if one day one of these sisters will get wise enough to just stand up in front of the church and say, "Oh no, the Holy Spirit got me pregnant." That's what I would do. I would just do that.
God. You're right. That young girl should have got up there and said just that. Should have said, "Oh, let me tell y'all the story." The Holy Spirit came over me and he taught his ass up. And when I felt sad and knew I had to come in here, the Holy Spirit said, "Fear not, child. That which is in thee is holy from the Lord." Them niggas can't answer that. What are they gonna say? They gonna say it wasn't the Holy Spirit. They gonna have to say it, and we'll show you that those are sodomites in that church. She had to apologize for that for being a woman. And they made her apologize for it because they don't want no masculine, feminine spirit. which is so what goes on in these kingdoms. Like that. The only reason that goes on here is because America required it. Like right now, America needs their slaves in such submission that they need their slaves to have no masculinity. Only way you can have some masculinity is if you in the military or you in the law enforcement or something preying on your own people for them. Then you could be that way to a degree. But for the most part, they done went beyond. They need a man to be completely feminine. If you working in them offices and them businesses, they need you completely feminine, completely harmless, completely with no integrity, completely with no morals. They need you to have none of that because any of that is like a threat to them.
God.
And so they pushing up against it constantly. So what does it do? It brings sodomy out of brothers who is already halfway suffering from not having grown up with their father or grew up with their mother or aunt that was a monster or got molested in some church somewhere. They ready made for them positions because they halfway there already. And that's the shame of this place, man.
Right.
That's the shame of what we've gone through and been and put under in this place. And it's up to us. This is something that black people, I'm going to get ready to close the show. But let me just say this. This is so important. Black people, Latino people, Native Indian people, it is your responsibility to fix us.
Right.
There's nobody else's job. Stop looking for somebody to pass a law. Stop looking for some politician to take the lead. Stop doing that. Let's just look at these scriptures, see what is right in these scriptures, and let's do that. And then we'll worry about what they thinking about later. We'll just take the lead on that. And then we'll get to where we need to get to. We know men are men and women are women. We know the roles. We know what we're supposed to do. As a people, we know what we're supposed to do. If we don't know, come on to Commanding General Yohana. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. And we can push forward in what it is we want to do. Hey, listen, I hope all of you come and join us in Atlanta, Georgia. This April 12th. The whole week will be the Lord's Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, General Muhammad's magnificent class. You get to see live. Our lamb slaughter, black party, all the events, all the brothers and sisters from all over the world are going to join us. We're going to converge in Atlanta, Georgia, the weekend of April 12th. I hope you come out and support us. It's a $200 donation, which is nothing for 4 and 5 days of events. We do it once a year. It's going to be stupendous. I guarantee you. Book your tickets on it. All the stuff is on the website. All the social medias have everything where we're going to be at, the different zones and everything that's going to go on. More and more content about the event will come out. April 12th, we all participate. We all pour our money into it. We all get it together and push forward. April 12th, the Lord's Passover. What year is it? Is the 50 what?
56.
56. 56. Y'all sure about that?
I'm not. Yes, sir.
The 56th annual Passover. I think later than that, ain't it?
No,
Yeah.
56.
56? Okay, all right. I ain't gonna argue with highs on it.
It's like
The Lord's 56th annual Passover. Come join us. It's a once a year occasion, man. All the brothers and sisters are welcome. All of you are welcome to come down and break bread with us, man, and get together on these things that we've been talking about so hard for so long. Pay your tithes. Everybody should be there. Enough of paying these tithes to these churches. Like, come on. It's about time. Come on. Like they got homosexuals on the pulpit. They're giving all their money to the power. That's where your church money is going. Your church money went to Kamala Harris. That's where your church money went. Matter of fact, not even her. Your church money went to Beyonce and them. That's where your church money went. You understand? Who don't need it. None of them. Not even her. You understand? Give your money to the Israelite School of UPK, man. Go on our website, isupk.com. Hit the tithes button. Support this truth, man. Hey, we'll be back here every Monday night, 9 p.m., Lord allow.
Right.
Doing it up live. I got the heavy hitters in the building with me. General Muhammad.
That's right.
General on the outside. Get it up. General, get it up. And of course, team with the best. Officer Marah, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibahaya, Officer Mathumium in the building with us, man, holding us down every week. I'm Commander General Yohana, man. I'll see you next time, man, live on the UBK, fam. Shalom. Yeah.